Hey, welcome to Humans of MetaGame, a meta radio podcast about, well, the humans of MetaGame. We'll be interviewing the players and patrons of MetaGame about who they are, how they got here, why are they here, and why do they even like MetaGame? Why? So, welcome Luxumbra.
Good to be here.
How are you doing on this day?
I'm good. Quite a grey, muggy day. But yeah, we're good, man.
Yeah, it's actually pretty grey here as well. It's been super sunny the last couple of days. The summer was late, but now it's hitting hard.
It's remembering to go out when it is hot and sunny,
Yeah,
rather than look at it out the window.
yeah, for sure need that.
Speaking of getting really hot, I've got to take my hoodie off. I'm roasting.
Oh, you still have your hoodie on.
Yeah. Then you realise it's actually really hot.
Yeah, I've been in your short sleeves here for a few weeks now.
Nice.
Yeah, please tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm Luxumbra. Been a front-end dev for many years, on and off. I've worked in like groundworks and construction, special education with autistic kids. And that's kind of what led me down the web dev rabbit hole. Love photography, being outside, travelling, and I don't do it very often, or haven't done it a lot, but I love wood and stone carving.
Ooh.
It's nice to handle like real materials when you're plugged into the virtual world, like 20 hours a day.
Right.
It's nice to feel old things and real things in your hands. Yeah, that's kind of me. I've been knocking around MetaGame for about 10, 11 months, which is crazy when I think about it. It's gone fast, but it feels like it's been years almost.
Your career so far has been pretty colorful, like the diversity of things you've done. Even in metagame itself, like even here you've done like all kinds of different things besides dev work.
Well, I've done, yeah, it's probably the thing I've done least of is dev work in metagame. Came as a builder to build stuff. Yeah, it's been amazing to be able to kind of be diverse. It kind of allows you to sort of find your groove, what you like doing.
It gives you more perspective.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's amazing how you kind of, you start one place and you venture out and discover all the other stuff that's going on.
It's really interesting actually, like Penguin also said pretty much the same thing, that like he came here expecting to do development and then that's not what he's doing at all. And then I told him like it's similar for Mizant, who came here like expecting to be making videos, and he was like, oh, but I have no idea, like I don't know how could I contribute, like I don't know anything besides videos. And now videos are like the least of what he's doing.
Yeah, he's really, really stepped up, Miz. Yeah, you kind of almost wouldn't think of Penguin as a developer. Apart from the magic he does with bots. Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, I was thinking about Gnomeski, him kind of having his doubts coming into metagame last year, with no tech skills, none of that at all. Yeah, he's flourished, I think.
Yeah, and he wanted to leave.
Yeah, he wanted to leave, yeah. Couldn't make sense of it. Yeah, thankfully he stayed. It's such an alien environment for a lot of people. But it's great to see the community kind of rally round, support and guide and help people find their place.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of what we've been trying to do here. Like in general, like people expect when coming into crypto, okay, I'm not a programmer, so there's like no way for me to contribute. And really wanted to break this down and show it that like there's so many different ways to contribute actually.
Yeah, so many possibilities.
And do you remember how you even got here?
Kinda. It's the order of events is kind of hard to remember. It's like many people say, it was probably in a tab somewhere, and there are like many open tabs. Yeah, I was looking into some use cases of Bitcoin for a friend during lockdown last year. Sort of researching Bitcoin and started to find out about other cryptos. And I sort of threw 50 quid into Coinbase and started looking at things to buy. And I found Aragon and sort of started reading their stuff. Found their Powered by Aragon page. Kind of led me to like Raid Guild, Metacartel, One Hive, I think Gitcoin as well maybe. And that's kind of where I learned about the quadratic freelancing and sort of new ways of working. And yeah, somehow a link took me to the MetaGame wiki. Started reading that, and that kind of gelled. Manifesto, just everything in the wiki kind of made sense. Yeah, it sort of jumped down the hole really. Yeah, it all happened quite quickly, I think. And nearly a year later now, sort of renounced my Web 2 ways. And yeah, full-time Web 3. Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
You're one of the people who joined and really went balls deep pretty much instantly.
Yeah, I did, yeah. I joined in, I think I first hit the server in end of July. And I can see on my, the XP, on xp.metagame, WTF, you see your little, chart of your activity. I can see I was came in, kind of was a little bit active, then I went off again, and you see a little lump in the chart, and then a few weeks later it just goes off. I guess I mooned a bit. And I had to step away because I had client work on, and I just felt myself kind of getting sucked further into the rabbit hole. But yeah, I did around November time, kind of went balls deep, which I'm really glad I did. Yeah, it's a really inspiring space. It's kind of annoying. I chill metagame in this space quite a lot, people in real life, and it's kind of frustrating that I've only managed to get one or two people to embrace it. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while.
What do you think drew you into it?
Into metagame, this space?
Yeah.
The kind of possibilities, the communities that are building up around in sort of DAO space, it's completely different. It feels so different to the Web 2 world I've been used to. I think it's in the Meta Manifesto, talks about, extracting value from everything and not creating value, and just kind of raping the earth, raping common people for, their money, their blood, sweat, tears, and everything, and this sort of space and wider community seems to be fighting that and giving so much, creating so much value for humans. I think this new way of coordinating and the tech that we have sort of at our disposal. It's an amazing thing to be a part of. It's nice to be able to, we talked about, anyone can kind of come into the space and sort of find a way to make it work. To have the skills to have some skills that are actually useful, to be kind of that are valued. They're not you're not pouring yourself into shit that doesn't matter. To me, all of this matters in so many ways. I felt completely kind of rejected from Web 2. And this new movement is, it's epic. It's an honor to be a part of it, really.
It really feels meaningful, doesn't it?
Yeah, and so much of kind of, social media and media manipulation of everything is just things so fake and made up in real life almost, and then you sort of hear beneath the surface, drop into Discord to see what's going on in Discord, and it's like a silent revolution going on behind the scenes. That there's a shit ton of crypto is to most people is get to charts and 100x gains, chasing Lambos and all that. But the true value is kind of unseen to so many at the moment. Yeah, I look forward to when people kind of, it's more mainstream, and like metagame and all the other stuff becomes more adopted, and people see what's actually happening, rather than like get Lambos from Dogecoin and all that shit.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I started metagame, is to preserve this like the real narrative of what is even going on here, like why are we here, what are we doing, because it's definitely gotten like lost in the noise with all the moon boys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, not forever, I don't think. Yeah, it's that FOMO, excitement, craziness. It's like working within crypto within sort of DAOs and stuff. It's kind of like being under the surface of the sea, and the sea's like waves and crashing waves. You're underwater, you just get the kind of ebb. You don't get the kind of crazy crashing and the hecticness so much. Yeah, it's kind of like a peaceful kind of shit getting done under the surface.
Yeah, I love that metaphor. Never thought of it that way.
Yeah, I just thought of it like that way. It kind of feels calm almost, even though it's incredibly busy and there's so much happening. It's like a calm beneath the crashing waves.
Yeah.
Or you're in a bunker and then the cities are collapsing above.
But then it will be the bear market again, and it will all be calm, and the people shooting outside the bunker will all like tear each other up, and we will come out of the bunker and start quietly building until there's another war.
Another event. Yeah, we have tools like available to us to defeat this stuff. I think it's exciting times.
And would you say you were like you got into the space through metagame, or would you say you were completely in it before?
Yeah, it was metagame. I mean, yeah, finding like doing some research on a bit of investment was kind of what sort of pushed me down this hole. But yeah, metagame kind of has been I'd call it home, like in the metaverse. It's been an amazing space to learn about everything. As a complete like newbie to crypto and DAOs and all of this stuff, like coming in, and it's been a sort of safe haven to go and explore. It's been amazing, like how one thing leads to another, and you find yourself a member of 5 DAOs and working on all sorts of different stuff. So yeah, metagames kind of it's been I always come back. I find it hard to step away.
The tentacles got you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Nova's tentacles. But yeah, I've done a little bit of work with Raid Guild and Achievement Tree, Farm Pixel. It's been amazing. Just kind of getting invited to do bits of work. I compare that to this time last year, and I was scratching around, kind of unable to get work generally. A couple of friends gave me work last year, but yeah, just a slew of unsuccessful interviews, considering giving up on web dev and all that shit. And then I kind of come into metagame, and I've got some useful skills, and yeah, I can kind of contribute to this massive mission.
It's so much different, isn't it? You just got here, and like you didn't get interviewed. There was like nobody you needed to impress or anything. You just got to work, and now you're in 5 other DAOs as well.
Yeah, and I'm fully entrenched, like you say, balls deep in the meta.
And now you have too much work to do.
Yeah, that's overwhelm me a little bit. Yeah.
There definitely seems to be a problem in the space. Like everybody gets so deep and like forgets to live life and like take time for themselves to relax.
Yeah. Burnout's very easy, even though you're doing stuff you love, and you've got seemingly infinite energy for. Burnout's real. It's real. A few people have been feeling that a little bit in metagame, necessarily due to metagame, but just the sheer kind of amount of stuff that's happening. I think I've got a tracker on my time tracker on my laptop that kind of tracks my hours. But 85 hours this week. It's quite a lot. I try and reduce it. Before I sort of took a bit of time out like a few weeks ago. I was getting up to in the 90s, which it's not sustainable.
Definitely.
And you got to get outside. You got to see friends. You got to step away from the screen. Yeah, look after yourself.
The most overlooked part of crypto.
Yeah.
And it's like hits you like pretty suddenly, like it's the whole time you're super motivated and you like don't even think about taking a break, and then like all of a sudden you're burned out.
Yeah. So I've definitely felt that over the last couple of months. Taking some time out helps. Just getting back to like the kind of core things that you love. Like, for me, it's a walk in the woods or just sitting in the woods, and it was really grounding. Because even though, like, you're loving it and there's loads of inspiring stuff to get your teeth into, you're still...
You're still a human.
You're still human, yeah. Except Penguin doesn't seem to be, but,
Yeah.
Most of us are. We need sleep, eat, and human contact.
Yeah, Penguin is a whole different beast. And then you're like, while you were working in Web 2, were you ever able to like earn shares of the companies you were working for, things like that?
Can I share who I worked for?
No. Did you ever get offered like shares of the company?
One company, publishing company. I had some shares, but in the .com boom, those shares have been worth quite a lot. But I joined after that, and it was good. I've never had that opportunity before or since, well, apart from now. So and I enjoyed that kind of. It was a very corporate environment, but I had shares, pension, private healthcare, company laptop and all that shit. And we worked our asses off, and then one day you go into work and they're making you redundant, and it was just like I did quite well out of my redundancy package, and it funded me going freelance. But buying some shares in the company like at a discount, that was kind of it. Good sort of holiday package, company laptop. Like now I don't have private healthcare, I don't have a pension search, I don't have a company laptop, I don't have paid holidays. The kind of consistency of things is not there, but I wouldn't want to go back. And to just get kind of, hoofed out after you've sort of, you've given so much of yourself to a company, and they, just kind of saying that, you're good, bye-bye. This seemed like, I guess I'm still a bit hurt over that, in a way. So I'm not a fan of permanent jobs, being a number on a payroll. With this space, you have ownership of the projects you're working on. There's no like big boss you've got to like, impress or anything, I remember going to a launch party for a website years ago, and at the kind of back at the hotel, I was introduced to one of the directors of the company. This is one of the devs who's been working on this project, and we'd been working our butts off for this project, and all I got from this guy was like, I don't give a shit, like who you are, what you've been working on, like I don't care. And he was like not the CEO, but like pretty high up in the company. And I sort of turned around to him and told him to go fuck himself. I didn't really care what he thought, and no respect, no like value in the people that making the money, really, making the creating all the stuff. You're just a resource.
Right.
And yeah, Web3, I think, changes that across the board for just like, the little people.
Yeah, here you have more ownership even as a freelancer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not even an employee and you still get like the shares and you get to decide what you want to work on and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's so much sort of opportunity, that web of opportunity. One project or DAO isn't aligned with your values, then there's others. Yeah, very cool.
But we should definitely work on fixing the downsides as well, like the no insurance.
Well, Opolis are working on that, aren't they?
Yeah, but that's like US only, right?
Yeah. We can't enjoy those benefits. But yeah, it sounds pretty good, and hopefully something will come out for non-US folk.
Yeah, Penguin is a huge fan of the project. I think we should. It's time to onboard them.
Yeah, I think MetaGame's been sort of onboarded into Opolis, haven't they? We're part of the coalition.
We are?
I think so.
Damn, didn't even know that.
I know Joshua was asking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A few months back he asked like whether he want Opolis to join as one of the guilds.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, with organisations like that coming up, that's gonna really help, I think. Aside, I talked to a few Web2 devs about MetaGame, Web3 and crypto and stuff, and they either think it's a Ponzi, it's a way of avoiding paying taxes, or it's just very unstable, not something that you give up your nice sort of $700 a day contract to sort of go and work on. And I think within sort of Web2 space, there's a bit more kind of options for people in terms of like private pensions and healthcare and stuff like that. But yeah, we're very early, aren't we, in this new way of working. I'm sure things will improve in that sense.
Yeah, right now you definitely need to be like on this sort of riskier side of things. Like risk-averse people just don't like this space.
No, not at all, not at all. But I mean, I didn't really have a lot to lose. I don't have a mortgage. I have a couple of stepkids, but from a previous relationship. But I don't have like 3 kids that are dependent on my. I'm not feeding like kids and a mortgage and all that stuff. So it's kind of easier to step off the kind of well-trodden path and take those gambles. But they pay off, they pay off sometimes. Except when they don't.
Yeah, definitely easier for us people without many commitments.
Yeah. I don't know if there's plans for Opolis to branch out into European jurisdictions or not. It would be quite cool.
Ask Joshua. If not, it's a good opportunity.
For sure. Yeah. So yeah, like how are you finding like our progress in MetaGame?
It's been frustrating at times. It's just taking a long time, but like looking back, it's a miracle that we got even this far. Because like, especially considering that like I'm not a developer, and I started this like super technical project.
Yeah, you seem to hold your own pretty well, communicating to many devs and technical people. Kudos.
Yeah, good thing we have them now, like some of them. But like in the beginning, it was just me. Like, okay, so now I have this pretty much insane vision, and now I need to find people who are insane enough to like follow the vision and like do it. It's a miracle to be able to even find such people. So I'm super grateful.
Sorry, I'm turning the tables on you now. Is that where you sort of picked up like MetaDreamer and guys like that?
Nope. Some of the first people are from there, the people that were like in the original Telegram chat that got onto Discord, but I don't think any of those people are like still active to this day.
Right.
And it's the same like with the Meta Cartel. They're like the people who gave me wind in the back, like the people I wouldn't even have started if it weren't for them. Like they gave me courage and everything. But slowly this built a whole new community.
Yeah. It's lush sort of the philanthropy, the kind of support there is for these crazy ideas. You know, like people you don't know willing to kind of back you and support you and kind of guide you on these crazy ideas that, you know, if you talk about them to most people, they think you're actually mental. Yeah, here we are, thanks to like Peter Pan and all of that. Like, amazing.
But yeah, when Hamad joined, it was pretty much the tipping point when I was like, okay, so looks like I will be able to find some like actual builders. Like for the first few calls, it was like people were coming to the call and listening. They were interested in what's going on. Either nobody had like the building skills, or like nobody wanted to contribute them. But I think like the first few people who came like didn't even have the technical know-how.
Yeah, and like 18 months later, God knows how many calls a week in metagame, organizing stuff, and that's amazing growth, I think.
Yeah, it's starting to look more and more like a hockey stick. Like it was 1 call per week for like most of the first year, and that was 2 calls per week for a long time, and now all of a sudden there are like 2 calls per day. Pretty insane.
I remember you saying a while back, like, I wonder if anyone's thinking about metagame, like when I'm sleeping or like doing other stuff. Is anyone else thinking about metagame? And then you drop into Discord, and then it's like just shitloads of unread like messages and channels, and, like 2 calls going on, and yeah, it's a round the clock thing.
It wasn't actually so long ago. Like I think it's not like no longer than like 6 months ago when I was still able to like wake up and like read all the messages in Discord, like for the first 20 minutes, just read all of them and yeah, comment everywhere. And then the past couple of months have got insane. Yeah, MetaFest I think has been the biggest tipping point so far.
Yeah, MetaFest was really created a great buzz.
Yeah, really pushed things forward.
Great new blood into the project. Yeah.
And another thing that like gives me confidence is like I've been like reading more about like building online communities, and it pretty much seems to be like the consensus that it takes like 2 years to build a community. Like when I was just starting, I was thinking like, okay, it's a few months and we'll have a community and a bunch of people building the project. And then when those things weren't happening, I was getting more and more frustrated. But yeah, the truth is it takes time. And especially like if you have no idea what you're doing, like it wasn't the case with me. Like I never did anything like this, like not even close.
Yeah, I think that's sort of what makes metagames such a kind of, I don't know, the community is golden, and it is like in other communities, but like this is the community I kind of have most experience of. Yeah, it's just golden. I know we've had our sort of ups and downs, but we seem to recover well.
Yeah, never lost hope, and yeah, now things doesn't seem that we will need to lose hope. Although it does feel like we're at a pretty critical time, like right now. I think we should really start make use of unless the bull market is already over, like we should really build a few more things and like tie a couple of loose ends, and then we can like raise some money so we can survive the next few years and actually build shit. Because so far we didn't even need so much money, as like I was pretty much the only person working full time. but now it seems that like there's a bunch of people working full time, and there's even like people like Alec who like, as opposed to us who like have nothing to lose, like he has a family to feed, and he still plans on like most likely will be jumping on full time. Yeah, looks like he'll be quitting his job. He wants to do it like regardless, because like wants to move on with his career, and then like he's considering like putting a couple of months into metagame full time to see if it works out. Yeah, and then we finally have people on the technical side working full time. It's been a huge drag, not having anyone on the technical side pushing things forward like full time.
Yeah. Because we've had a hell of a lot of work going on like Metarizal and onboarding, but kind of shit needs to be built. We can push forwards. Yeah. Are we going to have another MetaFest? I assume not for the end of season 2.
Yeah, and probably when we do, probably won't be as big as it was this time. Or if it is, we'll be planning it like months in advance.
Yeah.
This was just too optimistic. I'm surprised we even pulled it off as successfully as we did.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, very cool.
So I don't think we're not planning anything for the end of this season, and like it's pretty much next week, so it's definitely too soon to plan anything. But for the next season launch will be in Italy.
Yeah.
And yeah, since there will only be place for like between 7 and 11 people, then it means we'll have to like also make a whole online part, like both for the hackathon and like do some sort of conference sort of thing. And yeah, we should probably start planning that in like a month. And even like with MetaFest, like after we did Fork the World, I was thinking, okay, so next time we do things, we need to be planning it like at least 2 months in advance. And then, okay, we're going to do MetaFest. And then it just came around so fucking quickly. It was the same shit again, like planning in less than a month in advance.
But then it shows what can be done in like a really short space of time.
Yeah. We're a bunch of dedicated people.
Yeah. And well-connected people. I mean, like, a few kind of, favors dropped in or whatever and called in.
And it showed progress as well. Like first conference that we were doing, I was pretty much the only person really like pushing it forward. There were people like moderating and helping with things, but like it required my full attention to like really super dedicated and push it forward. And like then for MetaFest, I think like even if I like stepped away, it would have still happened because like people were just self-organizing.
Yeah, it kept going. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's sort of become almost unstoppable. It's not kind of just down to one person to kind of see it through. There's a small army of people who want to see it through.
Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, even if we like don't manage to build enough on time and don't manage to like raise enough money for people to like work full time, we'll still kind of like be pushing it forward to the next bear market. Like, even if it's super quiet, super slow, like something will be happening. There's just too big of a community to just like completely die out.
Definitely.
It would just be smaller scale.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know about like Europe as a whole, but the guy from the Liminal Village told me that we don't need to be vaccinated. The main thing that's required is a negative test that's not older than 24 hours.
Yeah, that was that's what I took from looking at the flight information. that you just need a very recent negative test.
Yeah, for whole Europe.
No, for Italy. France, you need vaccination.
Okay, but yeah, I mean you're going directly to Italy with a plane, so that's good. Yeah, he said like vaccine is better, but not a requirement, so that's good.
Yeah. Have you been to this place?
Nope. Jelly has been. That's where he built the interspace.
Okay, nice.
And you also you've never met any of the meta gamers in real life, except for Gnomsky, obviously, right?
Yeah, I know Gnomsky in real life, but yeah, not met anyone. I've barely spoken to you over voice chat. I haven't really spoken to anyone on voice, really. Yeah, it's all done through Discord. I need to get over this anxiety of speaking on like calls and shit. But yeah, it's nuts. Like yeah, working so closely with people, yet you complete strangers in real life.
That's definitely been a huge problem for me, like especially in the beginning. I would organize a call. Like I remember the first call that I organized, and I was like, okay, so these 10 people are joining, and like we are starting the call, and like, okay, so like I'm supposed to be talking now. Like there are these people who came here to listen to me. Why? What is going on? I was just so anxious. Like it was really terrible, and it was like that all of the first like 10-15 calls. Like I was super anxious, and then Hamad joined, and then he started leading the calls, and that was a huge relief for me because he's like he doesn't mind talking, and like he was good at it. So that's like, oh, whoosh, that felt good. And then after like when he started coming less often, and I like started doing it again, like by then I was like more relaxed.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge pressure in the beginning.
I imagine it's almost second nature now.
Nah. I still get it, but it's just nowhere near close to the levels that I had it in the beginning.
It's comforting to know others get it as well. You kind of just got to get over yourself, haven't you, and just get on.
Yeah, right. But yeah, definitely weird, like working with all these people for almost 2 years now, and like never meeting anybody.
Yeah, quite bizarre, and yeah, not how things are usually done, isn't it? But you don't need to know them. Like you don't need to sort of know them in real life. Yeah, I can't wait to meet people, you know, and have a get together. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, Italy is going to be so awesome. God damn. All right, yeah, and we're almost at an hour, and this feels like a good topic to end it on. Is there anything else you want to add, or like something that you're really looking forward to besides the meeting the people?
No, just looking forward to building more cool shit, and hopefully like getting more involved in these DAOs that I have joined. Like I had a target to join Raid Guild and do some raids with those guys, but it's just I joined and then I haven't kind of been part of it, and yeah, it'd be nice to this year just be a bit more involved and balance my time better, so that I can sort of be useful in metagame and so kind of other places, yeah, without burning out.
Right, that's the key problem.
Yeah. So yeah, I just like to thank like yourself, Pete, like MetaDreamer, Vanilla, Penguin, Simano, like Danny Ram, Deacon Bro, and other people for like such warm welcomes and support through the whole thing, like helping me like get over like imposter syndrome and all of that shit, you know. It's an incredibly supportive space, and also to Gnomsky for his friendship in real life for many years, and for giving metagame a go, and proving that like, yeah, you don't need tech skills to make it. You can just get stuck in, find something you align with, and get doing it or doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. It was an honor having you on the podcast, but like in metagame in general.
It's great to be around and to work with all of you guys. Yeah, it's an honor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man, and see you around.
Cheers, Keith, and everyone.